sponsored by the Elite Contracting Group, 4 Miles for Kids at Home, presented by Heartland Concrete.
The Elite Contracting Group, 4 Miles for Kids at Home, presented by Heartland Concrete, is right around the corner. It's coming up October 3rd. We're joined today by two very special guests, McKenna Underwood and Jamie Jackson. It's great to see both of you.
Hi, thanks so much for having us.
Absolutely.
We're excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. And Jamie, I'm looking forward to talking to you. You really are so inspirational. You're leading Team Carter, Patient Mom, and you have been very supportive of this event for a number of years running. Talk us through, if you would, a little bit about your experience as a patient mom and why you do this.
Absolutely. So we had a son 11 years ago. I can't believe he's 11 already. But when he was born with an extremely rare genetic disorder that only at that time 100 people in the entire world had. So it's very uncommon, had no idea what we were in for, what he was in for as far as his abilities. And coming out of the hospital, we immediately got connected to Children's Hospital for every service under the sun. We wanted to start him in physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, feeding therapy, you named it, we got them started in it. And they quickly became our family during that time. And there were nurses and therapists that just went through the entire process with us as far as what we needed to do. They went through emotions with us. They were on call whenever we needed them, even when we needed to cry. I always laugh that there was one nurse there that I call her my personal therapist. I think I cried to her more in that first couple of years than anyone else in my life. So I feel very passionate about doing what's right for the children in this area. And, you know, we're going to get into the details, but another piece that has come to me even more recently is that we had a second child who is a typically developing child, and he is now 8. And having him participate in this process and learn what it's like to raise money for other kids in this area and stand up and talk about experiences, seeing my 8-year-old grow into somebody that wants to volunteer and fundraise is just an amazing benefit as well.
Thank you so much for sharing that background, Jamie. It sounds obviously that to have that community there for you when you needed it as a new parent and as your child has grown and has developed, and to be there for you is so incredible. What an asset in our community to begin with. And then, McKenna, you work with so many folks who are supportive of these events so that this resource is here in our community when we need it.
Absolutely. We're so grateful to our community for supporting the Children's Hospital of Richmond at VCU through so many different events and campaigns, because we really truly believe that the children in this community deserve the best care they can get. And we are striving every day to give that to them. And we can do so by all of these exciting events.
Well, this event is practically right around the corner. It's hard to believe that October is on the horizon, but it is. And so many of us are saying, well, it's 2020. So that means things are different. So how does this event look this year?
Well, as you said, it is different, but we're hoping that it can still be a fun event for families and businesses to get involved with. So typically it's here at the Children's Hospital of Richmond at VCU at Brook Road. But this year we're inviting participants to really engage themselves in their neighborhoods and their businesses. So we're launching a new program called the Neighborhood Challenge, presented by Page Auto Group, and we're encouraging people to create teams and walk with their friends and their neighbors. We are encouraging people to do so safely, wear your masks, walk 6 feet apart from each other. But I think it could be a really fun opportunity for people to engage with their immediate communities to support the larger community and the larger Children's Hospital.
And kudos to you for continuing, because that's not the easiest thing, right? But to be so committed and make sure that an event like this goes forward. So the support is there for Jamie and for families like Jamie's. Jamie, you mentioned how inspiring it is for you to see both of your children be part of this. Your younger son is incredibly supportive. And with an event sort of evolving like this and now being in our communities, how does this change things for you? It seems like it would be maybe even more personal.
It is more personal. I think being able to get people right next door out to participate is going to be extremely powerful for them to learn even more about my family. 2020 has been crazy, to say the least, and there's been lots of challenges. And even with this walk in the past few years, there have been challenges with hurricane cancellations and things like that. And the creativity is amazing that we can do this in our neighborhood. And I think the silver lining to this is, it's growing our Team Carter that we have here even more, because we are getting to reach far, far away from our typical team that could show up at Children's Hospital in Richmond. And now we're getting people involved from, across the country. We're going to have some friends from Florida or from North Carolina and places doing it in their neighborhood as well to join us. So hopefully our team is just above and beyond this year.
That's absolutely incredible. And I know, McKenna, you must be so proud of that. As we got on this morning, we saw Jamie in her shirt, which is fabulous, Jamie, by the way. And you both said, and we totally agree, not all superheroes wear capes. They wear fantastic shirts and they support where they can for an incredible cause. Before we go, McKenna, I know you want folks to get involved. Again, the event is October 3rd. What else can we do? And I think there's some fun in store for teams that do get involved.
Yes, absolutely. So if you go register at our website, so www.chfrace.org, you can sign up there, you can set up fundraising pages, but like you said, there's some really fun individual incentives for people who start fundraising, and then there's also team fundraising incentives. There may or may not be a food truck involved for the top fundraising team, so you definitely want to get involved and help us make the best hospital that we can for people like Carter and all the other amazing families that we have the privilege of serving. So we are so excited to have this, and we're so grateful to our sponsors, the Elite Contracting Group, Page Auto Group, Heartland Concrete, and Balducci Realty for rallying around this event, and we hope our community will do the same.
Well, thank you, McKenna, so much for leading the charge, continuing it going this year, even though it is 2020.
For the kids.
For the kids. And Jamie, thank you for all that you do in sharing this experience and certainly leading the charge as one of the top fundraising teams for many years running and being out there this year and continuing to share the message.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for your time.
Our pleasure. Great to see both of you. And we will share more information right now so that you can get involved in this fantastic event.
Children's Hospital Foundation, 4 Miles for Kids, is Saturday, October 3rd, anytime that day. Program begins at 9:30 a.m. For more information, give them a call, 804-972-2803, or visit them online at chfrace.org. And stay tuned. We'll be right back.